Tomorrow, in 11 hours from now, Bruce and I are going to be doing the Adventure Girl 25-kilometer trail race. Well, it's not really a race, it's our run. Yes, we are going to try to run 25 kilometers. We've been training for this, focus training, since the beginning of January. We've been running every Saturday morning, actually since the 1st of November. I've missed one Saturday in November and Bruce missed one in December, but other than that, we've been pretty consistent. And since January 1st, we've been increasing our mileage gradually. And we did 21.1 kilometers about 3 weeks ago and felt pretty good. And so we've done some shorter distances the last couple of weeks. And so we feel we're ready to try for 25 tomorrow, which is my goal distance for 2021. We did most of our training in Kalamalka Provincial Park. So through January, February, March, those trails were mostly covered in snow and ice. And so we had our crampons on and just really, for grip and just running on that really packed surface. The trails are clear now, so we're running on dirt and rocks and roots. So I'm gonna have to be really focused on the trail and make sure I don't trip. So our route tomorrow, we're gonna be running in Ellison Provincial Park and Predator Ridge trails. So we're gonna start off on Blister Sister and head up to Ridge and include a loop of Raven. And then we're going up Ridge past the yoga platform to Birdie Lake, round Birdie Lake to the mountain bike parking lot. And from there we'll get on Granite, which is a mountain bike trail, and head back down to Ridge. Come up Ridge again past the yoga platform onto Ellison Connector. And then we'll take the Ellison Trail back down into Ellison Provincial Park. And from there, go back on Blister a little bit and do another loop of Raven. It's a really nice, just a little bit less than a kilometer loop, help us add to our distance. Then we'll go on to the upper and lower Vidal trails. And then we'll be down onto You and Me, RPM, space between, typical situation, back into the parking lot. And that should be 25 kilometers. We're gonna do this. Did some reading about ultra running and they talk about goal setting. And my goal in trail running has always been just to finish. I'm not competing with anyone. I'm not even, sometimes I like to do better myself, better my last time, but it's always been try to finish upright with no injuries. Some of these longer distances I've read, you should set an A goal, a B goal, and a C goal so that if something happens on the day that you don't maybe lose your whole event because you've got another goal and you go to plan B. And my C goal is just do it. Just finish 25 kilometers, whatever it takes. So this is my electrolyte drink. Sort of alternate it with water. I've got 2 of these. So because we're sort of planning for between 4 and 5 hours, I'm looking at a half of one of these about every hour. And right now we're an hour in. We've covered 6 kilometers. So we're pretty much right on time for my A goal of 4 to 4:15. We've been doing a fair bit of uphill. I have no idea what the elevation is. But we're gonna go downhill pretty soon. So for my gear and nutrition, I've been using Tailwind for hydration electrolytes on the recommendation of our niece Miranda, and it's really good. It doesn't give me any GI upset. This one I'm using tomorrow is caffeinated. I think I'm gonna need that. And I've got all kinds of food with me. I've got some raspberry fig bars. I've got some honey stinger chews. I've got these honey stinger waffles, and they kind of remind me of Dutch syrup cookies. I used to get Dutch syrup cookies at the Dutch store in New West when I took Bruce's mom there. And so, obviously these aren't as good as Dutch syrup cookies, but they'll do. And I've got some sweet potato breakfast cookies that I make that I'll be taking. And then I've got my starting block buff. I've got my road ID. My new tag hasn't come yet, so some of the numbers are out of date, so hopefully I don't need that. But Bruce will be with me, so he's one of the emergency contacts anyway. And I've got my Fearless mantra band that Bruce gave me for my birthday a few years ago. I'll be wearing the Run Happy tank top he gave me for our anniversary last year. I've got a race number waist belt. And I'll probably, because it's going to be cool in the morning, I'm going to start off with my long sleeve starting block technical top, which on the back says today is that day. We're back at the yoga platform. We've since we were here last, we took Ridge out to Birdie, up to Granite, through Granite, back up Ridge. We're halfway, like almost exactly, just 12.512. We're 2 hours and 11 minutes, so pretty close to my A goal, a little bit off, but I'm not sure, but I think the longest part of the climbing is over. There's a little bit of climbing. We're going to go on Ellison, and then Ellison goes right back down into Ellison Provincial Park at Blister, to a loop of Raven. There's some uphill on the Vidals, but nothing long and sustained, I don't think. In a few places, the Okanagan sunflower, the balsam root is out, and they're just really beautiful. They make me really happy to see those flowers in the spring. I mean, I know they also mean snakes are out, and that's why we're not running in Kalamalka Provincial Park today, but they're just that sign that spring is here. And this is probably the warmest day we've had so far this year. It was 8 degrees when we started in the parking lot. I'm not sure what it is now, but it's pretty warm, and it's a good thing we put our sunscreen on before we left.
How's it going?
Okay. I'm a little tired. We're at a little over 19. So 5 and a bit left to go. And we're about 3:20. Okay. Okay, 25, about 4:20. Just have a little bit left to go to the parking lot, and we're done.